first, Birmingham is being given unprecedented new powers to raise its own funds and decide what to spend them on. The Deputy Prime Minister announced that city deals will give places like Birmingham, Leeds and Manchester more freedom from Whitehall control, but they'll have to prove there's strong leadership in place to make it happen.
It would also mean that the City Council will be able to set and keep local business rates, take charge of local housing developments, transport and job creation. Our political reporter, Susanna Mendonça, has been gathering reaction to today's announcement.
It's been named by the government as one of the nation's core cities, and with that comes new powers for Birmingham.
Power over money, power over infrastructure, power to boost skills and jobs.
When it comes to money, the new status will mean that Birmingham City Council will be able to set and keep the money it raises from local business rates, instead of getting its share of a national pot decided by central government.
In Birmingham's case, we only collect 20% of our expenditure. The 80% comes from central government. If we can reduce our dependence upon central government, it means that we can do more local initiatives to create employment and stimulate the economy.
Which takes us to power number 2, to get infrastructure projects that boost growth moving. But some are concerned about Birmingham City Council having too much say over deciding what happens to transport.
It's a cautious welcome. I think having business rates determined locally, collected locally, maybe concessions locally is really good. Infrastructure, also good news, but some concerns on the larger strategic level about transport schemes needing to go beyond Birmingham and how that would be coordinated with other local authorities, say in the Black Country, Wolverhampton and Coventry.
And third on the list is the power to boost local jobs and skills, because Birmingham City Council will be able to create new apprenticeship hubs that bring together companies like this one and local colleges to make it easier for them to access national funds. But the man who runs this pipe-making firm doubts that today's announcement will help him.
I'm certainly for change, but what I'm not for is change for the sake of change. That doesn't benefit anybody, and they're looking really to score points, political points, rather than do anything that benefits business.
Turning Birmingham into a powerhouse that'll help rebalance the economy is what the government aims to achieve with the city deals on offer today. All eyes will be on whether handing out power will reap the desired results. Susanna Mendonça, BBC Midlands Today, Birmingham.
Well, our political editor, Patrick Burns, is with us now. Hi, Patrick. So what's the big idea behind this?
In a word, Nick, localism. The government sees it as a remedy for the position that we're in at the moment, where most people, frankly, know little and care even less about local government, so long as their bit of the service is delivered. And the government says that this is a reflection of the fact that local authorities operate within a relatively narrow range of policy areas, and something like only 15% of the money that's actually spent locally by local government is raised locally through those taxes that Susanna was mentioning, council tax, business rates and so on. So the idea is that if you devolve important areas like transport and regeneration and so on, and the budgets that go with them, you re-energise local government. And also politically, another attraction, of course, is if things go wrong, you may also devolve the political blame as well.
So is this connected to the fact that Birmingham could have an elected mayor if there's a yes in the referendum, which is what, next May?
Yes, yeah. That's right. Well, Paul Tilsley and indeed Nick Clegg himself have both distanced themselves from any idea that there's some kind of deal here. Have an elected mayor, you get more powers. Nick Clegg said the key test is whether the right level of accountability and leadership at the top is there, be it through a council leader or an elected mayor. But of course, the reality is that the government is offering this option of having elected mayors in cities like Birmingham precisely because of those questions about leadership, accountability, visibility. So it's frankly naive to suggest that there isn't some kind of connection, but it's at a more informal level of politics.
So what are the chances of all this happening then?
Well, in parliamentary terms, I think there's long been widespread support for this sort of idea. The key test, I think, will be between one government department and another. The Treasury particularly likes to centralise control of the purse strings. So when it comes to devolving budgets, well, frankly, I can hear the Sir Humphreys in Whitehall saying, well, now, Minister, are you entirely sure that this is entirely wise?
Patrick, thank you.
Let's catch up.